Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Shamrocks of St. Louis. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And we talked about it last week. The pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they've played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. Stays on his feet. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Lance now on first down. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. Play action, now it's Lance. This is Smith with the ground. That one goes for 24 yards. Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid from 4 yards out. And the Shamrocks have struck first in this NFC title game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field. And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they'll be led out by a much-discussed third-rounder in last year's draft. The second-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Going play action, Ridder. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Ritter off the play fake. Right back to Pitts again. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put...
There he goes, right side. Jalen Waddle. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, you've been a dome team all year and used to controlled environment. You need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in. So they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all the way when you get the game day in a foreign place. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
A Ritter's throw taken in by London. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready.
Now 2nd and 3.
Ready.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ready.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Dancing away at the 35. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Ritter. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Point after here coming up. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. Oh, some strong running. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Second down and a yard.
Ready?
To throw, it's Lance. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And this one complete to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Lance. Flushed out right. This taken in by Kincaid. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. That complete to Downs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Lance to throw it. He's got Smith here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Touchdown! Cam Akers as the first half is winding down. And the Shamrocks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. Ritter has it knocked down. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Ritter back to throw. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw there complete to Hamlin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Robinson up the middle. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Ritter to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 40. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But, Charles, you cannot say enough about that play by their special teams. Think about it. That keeps this game at 2 possessions in the second half and really adds pressure to the opposition.
Yeah, it certainly does, especially their offense. It takes a lot of pressure off the offense of the team that's leading. They got a little bit more of a cushion to play with now. How about the thanks each guy was getting as they came off the field after that block? Special teams, certainly special in that situation.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Open net is Waddle complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This is good for a first down, his 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout. A give up the middle to Akers. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll go down at the 28. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Lance. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Nifty move. And down inside the 15 he goes. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle. A touchdown on a through the air. And the Shamrocks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like the Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
Ready.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Shot. 17.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
On the stop. It's a gain of 4. And it's
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving. Ritter now. Another completion right back to Patterson.
Well, 1st down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And quickly, they get to the line. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Go. Set.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
A nice little juke. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. This is 2nd and 8. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On the counter, this is Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.